Hey everyone, I just want to make this video to kind of update you all about my goal of reaching 100 hours of studying. So currently, as you can see with the tracker here, we're at 7.5 hours. Yeah, there you go, I can focus. Yeah, 7.5 hours. And that was mainly from, yesterday we did about 6 hours and today we had like 1.5 hours. I'm realizing that, this goal is probably not going to happen in 8 days, to be very honest. I'm pretty busy for the next couple days. I got a lot of stuff going on and I'm just not going to have a lot of time to just sit down. But, at the end of the day, that's fine. Like, I think we always want to try to achieve our goals, but even if you can get pretty close to them, or even if you just keep trying again and again, you're just going to simply just do more than if you don't even set a goal at all, right? And also considering the fact that, in my room, I just have this like huge 100 just like on the wall. And like every time I come in here, I just have to look at that, right? So that's also kind of motivating me and driving me to, finish so much more. And if you look at like we've been reading this textbook, right? And just kind of taking a lot of notes, you can see now we're at page 124, right? So a lot of times, like people like to always check their progress. They'll do one piece of work and they'll check their progress. They'll do that again and again and again. The reality is you shouldn't be doing that. Why? Because every time you check your progress, you are really just like, you're exposing yourself to the possibility of getting discouraged. What do I mean by that? Well, if you check yourself and you look at this, even now I'm at 100, right? But there's still 300 total pages. I could be like, man, I still have 200 more pages to go. And unless you're very trained and you had a lot of experience and you can tell yourself, no, actually, I'm 30% of the way there. That's pretty good, 30%. What's going to happen is you keep checking the progress. You're going to be like, everything's moving so slow. I'm not making any progress. I should just give up. But if you don't even know, what if I had no idea how many pages there were, right? If I had no idea how many pages of the textbook there were, all I knew was I needed to study for like 100 hours, right? Then I would just work, right? I wouldn't think about it because I'm just like, I just need to reach my 100-hour goal. And that's exactly what I've done here. I remember when I was at 30 pages, I remember when I was at 70 pages, right? And you just don't think about it. You just see it, okay, that's fine. But you try not to look at it. You just focus. You don't even worry about the time you're working. Just focus on the work itself. When you really just focus on what you actually need to do and you stop worrying about the output, is this working, et cetera, right? You just focus on just do it. If you know it's going to work, just do it. And then don't worry about how far along am I, right? Like if you're going to take a 1,000-mile journey and you start with one step and you start thinking about all the other miles ahead of you, you can't do that. So you have to go the opposite approach. You have to think about each step you take. Just think about the next step. And you'll wake up and pretty soon you will be like, wow, I'm like halfway there. That's like actually really impressive and you'll be kind of shocked. Just like how when I checked today, I was like, oh wow, I'm at like 100 pages. That's like pretty good, right? So just break it down into smaller pieces because those smaller pieces are really what's gonna keep you like moving forward. If you don't have motivation, that's fine. But the worst thing you can do is just purposely like discourage yourself again and again by just checking your progress excessively. Same thing with like posting content, same thing with anything in life, right? If you constantly just check, you're gonna get discouraged.